Hello, finally. Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you? This is YEWANDE. Good to have you here. How are you? How was your weekend? Good evening, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Morning, afternoon, night. How's your weekend been? Okay, it's good to have you here. Thank you for joining me for this. Thank you for always being there, joining me for us to learn from each other. Okay, so last week we talked about, we can remember now, multiple streams of income, and I've gotten so many questions, so many feedback, and I'm excited that people are working on what we've talked about. So it's not just me coming here to come talk to you. A lot of people have been listening and you've been taking action on what we've been talking about. Okay, so if you still have some questions on multiple streams of income, please don't hesitate to ask me, on or offline. I'll be willing to answer them. Thank you for joining me, every one of you. I really appreciate this. Please let me know if you can hear me so that we'll not have any sound issue. I'm sure the sound should be better today because I'm working on my sound. Okay, thank you so much. So today we're going to be talking about time management. I asked the question in my intro in the course of the week, that why are some people able to achieve, we all have 24 hours, right? Why is it that some people are able to achieve a lot of things and some are not able to achieve that? And the answer to that is good time management. In year 2020, I expect that by now anybody that has been coming to this class or this session should have their goals written out, and we should be thinking of doing the first review for January by next week. Okay, so if you have your goals written out and you are finding it difficult to meet up and all that, because based on the feedback that I'm getting from people, that's why I decided to come up with time management topic, this topic, so that we can know what it is. What does it mean to manage our time? How can we go about it? That's why I'm here. Okay, so if you have any question, just put it on the comment section and I'll be glad to answer you. So why do we need to manage our time? A lot of activities. If you're someone like me, my goals for 2020, I have a lot of them written out. My spiritual goals, my health goals, my relationship goals. Thank you so much, Emeka, for responding. My relationship goals, my financial goals, and my personal development. I have a lot of them written out. And if you do not plan your time, there's tendency not to be able to meet some of these things or be overwhelmed by all the things that you have written out. But if you've written them down and you're able to manage your time, you will be able to take them up one after the other and be able to work on it. So why do we need good time management? Why do I need to bother myself with time management? We all have the time. And if you look at yourself, you know that there are some things that you've been wanting to do, but you've not been able to do them. Either you're forgetting or some other things are taking on your time. So when you manage your time, you get to work smarter. A lot of people, especially in Nigeria that I come from, we're very hard working. But we need to learn the art of acting. We need to learn the art of being able to work smart. Make use of what you have. Being able to, use your time well. There's a saying that says time na money, or time na money. Time is actually money. The way you use your time is the way you will be able to spend it. So a lot of us, what are you using your time for? Those are the questions I will ask you. Gone are the days that you sit down and say, I want to gist away. You can't catch me gisting right now because I have a lot of things that I want to do for myself. Of course, there's time for relaxation with my family. There's time for relaxation for myself. But I don't get carried away because I'm focused and I have a lot of things that I want to do this year. So when you manage your time, you get to work smarter and not harder. You get to do a lot of things in a short time. So like I said, I've been using myself as an example. You will I have basically 5 things, or 4 to 5 things that I actually do, and people have been asking me, Yewande, how have you been able to do it? It's all about planning, time management. Plan your time, and you'll be surprised that I still have enough time to relax, to rest, spiritually, different ways. I have the time because I've planned it out. Okay, so those things are actually left to you. You can actually do them. So you get a lot of things done in a short period of time if you have them planned out. And if you do time management, you get to work effectively, and there's efficiency in what you do if you manage your time well. These are the reason why you need to manage your time. So as I go into them, if it's something that you want. There's some people that they're always falling lag behind time. You're always, very, I would not say upside down, but we all know that, we are not that tidy and all that. We need to take a look at and step back and take a look in year 2020 on how we've been doing things and why we want to do things going forward. Okay, so you are less stressed when you have your time managed. For example, you have your diary all planned out, and you know what you're supposed to do today. The important things you're supposed to do, you will focus on them. It helps you to be focused, and there's less stress when you have time. Okay, you need to have enough time. Funny enough, a lot of people that say, I don't have time, I always tell them, you're not planning your time well. Because you should plan your time and even still have time to rest and take a look at some other things. Because when you plan your time now, other opportunities come around, and then you will have time to be able to achieve important things in life and your career goals if you actually plan your time. So you need to look at this time management, and don't think that it is wasting of time again. Something you have to learn about it. So you need to learn about it. There are some skills that you need to get to manage time. A lot of us were not born tidy. One of the skills, that we have is organization. A lot of us, were not organized, I would say. As in, there's some people that they're in their life, is it phlegmatic or whatever. Everywhere is neat. You see, you get to their room, everything tidy and all that. Those people were born with it. But for those that are not born with it, we need to learn it, because it can affect, our businesses and our jobs, even our family life. We need to learn those things. I'm learning. I use myself as an example. I wasn't born with it, So, but we need to learn to be organized. When you get a diary, I'm telling you, you have a calendar, you put your activities there, you put your reminder there, the things you're supposed to do on a daily basis. You'll be surprised and amazed at what you can actually achieve with those things. You don't forget the important things. You will forget the important things. So you'll be able to organize your documents in a way that you will not be looking for it up and down, that it will take so much of your time and spend the whole day looking for it. Try to organize. If you have a study, try to organize your study so that you know where things are. Organization is a very important skill in time management, and it's not like you are going to school to go and learn about these skills. It's something that you can decide to do for yourself. Be more organized. Get a diary where you can write your stuff. All of us, we have our phones right now. We have reminders on our phone. Reminders can remind us of the things also there to wake us up, to also do other things up right now. I use alarm sometimes for the things that I wanted to, to allow, remind me, for them. So it's prioritization. For example, you have 10 things you want to do in a day. You put them down. You still need to list them in the area of prioritization. So I'll give you an example again. You need to go to the market and get food stuff that you use. That's one. You need to cook. You need to tidy up. you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to go see someone. So you have all those things written out. But which is the most important? Because if you don't go to the market on time, you don't get to cook, the family doesn't get to eat. So that one affects every other one. I'm just using that as an example for those that are writing goals for the home. So you take the important things first. Prioritize the things that are more important. Not that because there are some things that are not so important, and then we focus more on them, and the important ones are not done. You do the important ones first. Or maybe it's there's a particular task that won't take you more than 5 minutes. There's another one that will take you 4 hours. You can decide to do the 5 minutes. It depends on you. And I will not come and sit here and tell you, let your calendar or your list or your priority list follow mine. No, you do the one that suits you. So when you prioritize, you know what is important to you and what you need to do first. With that, you're able to achieve more, and you get the important things done first. Another skill that you need to get is goal setting. And if you have been coming to my class and my session, you will know that setting of goal is a must. It's the first thing you need to do. This year you set goals. When you set goals, you are more focused. Don't say 2020 will be a good year in Jesus' name. You will not say 2020 will be a good year in Jesus' name. And then how will it happen? We can't leave that to God. God has left that aspect to you. It says, whatever you lay your hands upon shall prosper. So what is it that you're laying your hands on? You have to put down the goals. What do you want to do this year? If you have that, it gives you a more focused line on what you want to achieve or what you're able to achieve. So that is a skill, to be able to help your time. You have your goals written out, and with that you draw up your daily, your weekly, you break it down into daily, weekly, monthly goals, or whatever it is that you want to do, and it makes things easier and better for you. Okay, communication is another one, another skill that you need to get for time management. Communication, so how to communicate with every other person, everyone that has to do with whatever you want to do. It is very important. Planning is also part of it. You must plan. So planning is different from organization. You have your goals that you have written out. How do you intend to achieve it? You have to also plan. Action, take action. Action plan. How you want to go about it, and then you go ahead and follow through. Planning is very important. Delegation. You cannot do everything by yourself. In fact, part of the 4 Ds of time management to improve your time, delegation is part of it. You cannot do everything by yourself. There are some things that you need to delegate. Delegation is very key. So if you think that you are a macho man, you have to do everything, you have to do the house, you have to do the home, you have to do the office, you have to do everything, you will wear out. So you need to take a look at the task or whatever it is you need to achieve, and look at how you can delegate some. There are some that needs to be delayed. So we have 4 Ds. I put down 4 Ds that you need to note in time of time management that can help you out. Okay, we have the ones you need to drop. There are some things that you think you need to do, but they are not so important. You look at your time, you have 24 hours, you have a time you need to rest, and all that. There are some things that we need to drop. We need to drop them. Drop whatever it is that is not so important, that you're just doing it for some other things. You need to drop them. Another D is to delay them. If you do not, I'm looking for an example now. There are some things that you can delay. You don't have to do them now. So don't do them and leave the ones that are important. That's another D. There is another one, like I said, delegate. So you delegate the things that are less important. You have to learn to trust some people sometime. Because if you decide to do it, you are not an island. If you're an island, God will not put you in the midst of people. Look for how people, maybe if it needs to be specialized, delegate it. You can pay for it. And the last one is to do. So there are 4 major things that you need to look out for in your time management. What are the things that you need to drop? What are you doing? Look at your time on a daily basis. What are the things that take your time? I would not say, that I know that. But now for me, even in my house, I don't watch TV anymore. And I'm not saying people should not do that. But for me, it is like a distraction. Anything I need to know it online. It's like a distraction. So if you must watch, you can schedule it. You can schedule a time for it. Don't spend your whole time, you know, just whiling it away. There are so many. If you don't have anything to do, contact me. I will delegate some things for you to do. You know, you can learn from that. It is very, very key. Okay, so these are the things that there are some skills that you need to get, and you don't need to go to school for that. You can just sit down basically and learn it, because if you don't learn to manage your time, you will just be working hard and you might not get the result that you need. Okay, so how do you improve your time? Like I said, okay, I also said for reality check with YEWANDE, I don't want it to just be, I don't want reality check to YEWANDE to just be something that is textbook. It must be something you can go and practice, and then you can get back to me if you need any help or anything. How do we improve our time management? For a lot of us, I say, like I said, setting goals is priority. It is the most important, even if you have it in your head. You know, like research said, 83% of us on this earth do not write out our goals. Hello, Auntie Buki, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. 83% of people on this earth, they don't write out their goals. You know, and just 13% are the ones that have it in their head and not written down. Only 3 to 4% have it written down, and science has gone to show that those that have it written down tend to go ahead to do 30% better than those that have it in their head, and 70% better than those that don't have anything written down. If your 2020 is important to you, and that prophecy in the church must happen, you must learn to write down. Even God says, write your vision and make it plain, that everybody can run with it. Your family can run with it. Your co-workers can run. You yourself can run with it. You must learn to write out this year. So it is very key. When you write out the goals, then you break them down into action plan. You know, time. That's where the time management comes in, which is priority. So you will not, and then if you are able to manage your time very well, you will not focus on one aspect. I mean, focus on career and let the family. Focus only on family, leave career. You know, you'll be able to balance things up. You'll be able to settle down and balance things up. You know, so, and I said that I'm going to tell you some things that you need to spend money on this year. Good earphone, power bank. For me, power bank, because my phone is my office, and my phone, I'm more online, so my phone mustn't go off. You know, power bank, earphone, because hey, I have health goals. As I'm taking a stroll for my health, I can be listening to a book, I can be listening to a message. So you are doing things online, you are doing you are managing your time. You are able to do things at the same time. Some people, you know, I have a friend that says when he's in the toilet, he goes with the newspaper. So he's doing two things at the same time. You must learn to manage your time. You must even have time to rest. Because if you don't plan your time, that's why you get to do a lot of things and say, oh, I'm fagged out, I'm stressed. It's because you are not planning. This 2020, YEWANDE is here to encourage you to manage your time very well. Okay, priority. We cannot afford to keep doing the things that do not have to do with our time. I hope you are getting value from what I'm saying. If you are, you can drop the comments. You can also drop your questions so that I can know, you know, I can answer them. Time management. Good time management is key if you're going to be able to achieve anything this year. Thank you so much. If you want to achieve this year, you need to know how to manage your time. This topic came up as a result of people that I've been working with and have been, you know, have written down their goals, and they're wondering how they're going to be able to do all these activities in the course of the year. And for me, I've learned the last 2 years that when you are able to manage your time, you are able to do even much more than you hope. So you're able to work smarter. You get a lot of things done even at a short period of time. And then, like I said, people that say they don't have time, they are not planning their time well. You need that time. You just say, I did not schedule. If you tell me that it's not scheduled in my time, it's a different thing than I don't have time. You know? Sorry. Excuse me. Okay, so for us to be able to achieve, we need to plan our time. And like I said, the skills we need to be more organized. We need to prioritize. I'm summarizing now. We need to be more organized. We need to prioritize our time. Sorry, I'm getting some incoming calls. To be able to achieve what we want to achieve. Yes, manage our time in order to manage our money. Thank you, Alex, for that. Please drop your comments. Please drop your questions. And I appreciate those that have just come. I hope you've been able to get some values. So this time management is very key for us this year. You can even go ahead and do some more research on how you can use our time. 24 hours is enough. It's more than enough, because a lot of people that are achieving have the same number of hours that you do. Even if you're working at a 9-to-5 job, if you plan your time well, you'll still be able to achieve other goals, other things, other tasks aside your work. Remember that your work is not all there is. After you leave the job, there's still the family, there's still the career, there's still so many things. There's your health. There's so many things that people have been taking for granted. Next week I'm going to talk about health. I just heard the news of someone that did not need to die, dying because they were careless about their health. This year, YEWANDE is going to be talking about so many things that we take for granted, or we know them, but we're not just taking them seriously. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. Yes, thank you. Yeah, love your rest. So many of us we don't go to bed, we don't sleep on time. I know that you say busy people don't really sleep and all that, but we need to plan the time to sleep, because our body also needs rest. So all these things are very, very key to us. You know what is important to you. You don't have, your diary doesn't have to look like mine, because mine looks too cumbersome, and I have a lot of things written. I realize that if I don't write it down, I might forget, because of the kind of job that I do, the kind of business that I do, in helping a lot of people and have to do with a lot of people. So keyword is for you to be able to get a lot of things achieved. You need to have good time management, and I cannot overemphasize that. Time management. How do you plan how do you manage your time? Calendar, diary, put everything out. Use your phone for reminders. You can also do so many, like I said, you can do things that are not, do the important things first, leave the other things that are not as important. You can delegate those ones, you can drop them, you can delay them. But this year we must achieve. We're going if you must go places with me and want to achieve, then you need to prioritize your time and focus on the things that are more important, and the other things that are not as important, get them delayed or you get them delegated. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your coming over. Thank you so much. A lot of my mentors are online today. I appreciate you for coming to support me. God bless you. Sticky. Oh yes. I know you taught me that one too, Auntie Buki. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for joining me. If you're replaying this, you can put a replay, and if you still have any question, please feel free to DM me or ask any question, and I'll be willing to answer. Have a wonderful week ahead, a fruitful week, and manage your week. Thank you. Bye.